So I want to address this comment and many others like this one. If you want to discuss the issues of race in a country where you are not from and where you don't have experience living in, it is incredibly important to listen carefully and not project the issues of race in America, because the issues that are happening in Korea currently are vastly different. The first step in understanding those differences are looking at history. And me simply stating the history of where the no foreigners allowed sentiment comes from is not me defending xenophobia. And nowhere did I say in my video that xenophobia doesn't exist in Korea. In fact, I actually said there are problematic race issues happening in Korea. Let's start with the term foreigner itself. In America, when the term foreigners are discussed, it immediately has racist undertones because quite often, white America loves to talk about foreigners and how foreigners don't have a place in America. It's usually an attack on minorities that are not white. In Korea, the term foreigner for Koreans is going to be linked with the history of foreign invasions. For Koreans in Korea, we are taught that we have not been a country of our own for very long. That we are a country of people that have survived many foreign invasions. When I was growing up in Korea, elders would talk about the Japanese occupation at the dinner table. They would tell me things like, the Japanese used to pull the fingernails off of each finger to get Koreans to comply. And the Japanese occupation of Korea was not that long ago. It was like 1910 to 1945. And shortly after that was the US occupation and influence that broke Korea into two. And a lot of people outside of Korea do not understand how traumatic that history is for us. People outside of Korea will make jokes about North Korea, that they are the lesser Korea that just needs to be gotten rid of. But South Koreans don't look at North Korea like that. We look at it as brothers and sisters that were taken from us because of Western influence. So the word foreigner and foreigners coming into Korea gets Koreans' guard up. America has the negative connotation with the word foreigner, like illegals trying to leech off of America. Korea's negative connotation with the word foreigner is that foreigners are bullies, that they will come into our country and demand their ways and take over. The mentality in which we view foreigners are different. See, this is a comment left by a Korean person on my video. This is the mindset from Koreans in Korea and how we view the no foreigners allowed sign. And the no foreigner signs are not all over Korea. It's a few bars and nightclubs where historically, predominantly white people get too drunk and entitled and start fights. But do these no foreigner signs allow Koreans to get away with anti-blackness and colorism? Sadly, yes.